Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Kausar, Unnisa, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management at GFGC KGF. In the previous class, we discussed about regarding to the introduction of statistics, meaning, definition of statistics, characteristics of the statistics. Let us in this session, let us we have a discussion on the functions, the scope, and the limitations of the statistics. Let us will go by the functions of the statistics. We know that statistics is nothing but numerical data, or it is nothing but collection, presentation, interpretation, and analysis of the data. So in these functions of statistics, let us will go one by one. That is, it simplifies complexity of the data. What do you mean by complex is nothing but huge. The statistics are presented in a definite form, so which helps in condensing the data into some important figures. So the statistical methods present a meaningful information. Or else you can able to say that the statistics helps in simplifying complex data to make simple, to make them easily understandable. The data may be presented, or it may be in the form of graph, or it may be in the form of diagram, or we can able to express in the form of averages or coefficients. So for example, we cannot know the price position from individual prices of all the goods, but we can know if we get the index of general level of prices. So with the help of this, we can able to say that the huge data or the complex data can be easily understandable very easily with the individual figures or with the single figures. So that is the first function of statistics. And the next one is it reduces bulk data. What do you mean by this? Bulk means huge data. The voluminous data can be reduced to a few figures, so which is making them easily understandable. The huge data we can able to express in the form of numbers so that it makes the person to easily understandable. Is one of the function of statistics. And the next one is it provides a comparative study of, or you can able to say it is nothing but comparison. The primary purpose of statistics is to facilitate a comparative study of different phenomena, either over time or space, but the estimation of national income is not done for its sake, but it is done to compare the income over time to get an idea whether the standard of living of the people is rising or not. Suppose if you are going to have in comparison of 2008, the per capita income in India has increased by 10% when you compare to 2009. On the basis of this information, we can be in a position to have some light on the standard of living of India in 2009. So after simplifying the data, it can also be correlated, or we can able to have a relationship between the two variables. The relationship between the two groups is best, which we can be represent in a form of a mathematical quantities like an averages or coefficients. But comparison in a quantitative terms between past and present helps us to ascertain the reasons for changes which have taken place and also the effect of changes in the future. That is also one of the function of statistics. And the next one is nothing but forecasting. What do you mean by forecasting? Means estimation, future prediction. Statistics is not only concerned with all the above functions, but also we can able to predict the future course of action of any phenomena. We can make future policies on the basis of estimates, so which makes with the help, which can be made with the help of statistics, and also we can able to predict the demand for the goods, so which is essential during the year for 21 if we know the population of 2020 on the basis of growth rate of the population in past. Similarly, a businessman can also exploit the market situation in a successful manner if he knows about the trends in the market. So this statistics helps in shaping the future policies. And also it helps in the formulation of policies and helps in also planning. You know that statistics helps in formulating policies in different fields, especially in social, economics and business fields. With the help of statistics, we can able to frame favorable policies. For example, if you want to know that how much of food is required to be imported in 2020, it depends on what means on the food production in 2020 and also the demand for the food in 2020. Without knowing these factors, we cannot estimate the amount of imports. On the basis of this forecast, the government can also forms the policies about the food grains as well as housing. This is also this is why that is why the statistics helps in framing the policies, and also it enlarges the knowledge. You know that statistics enables us to enlarge knowledge. When a person goes through various procedure of statistics, it widens his knowledge pattern, thinking and reasoning power, and also it helps to reach to a rational conclusion. And the next thing is that it measures uncertainty. We know that future is uncertain, but statistics helps the various authorities in all the phenomena of the world to make a correct estimation by taking and analyzing the various data. So the uncertainty could be decreased. As we have to make a forecast, we have to create trend behaviors of the past, for which we use techniques like regression, time series, and interpolation. And the next one is formulation and testing of hypothesis. We know that the statistical methods helps in formulating and testing the hypothesis or a new theory. Statistical methods are extremely useful in formulating and testing hypotheses for the development of new theories. Or a company is desirous of knowing the effectiveness of its new drug to control malaria. It could do so by using a statistical technique that is called as chi-square test. With the help of statistical techniques, we can know the effect of imposing tax on the exports of tea by the consumption of tea in other countries also. So these are all the functions of the statistics. Let us we'll go for the next topic that is called as scope or importance of the statistics. The importance of statistics in recent years cannot be emphasized. The development in statistical studies have considerably increased its scope and importance, and it is no longer regarded as the science of statecraft or a byproduct of the state administration. So it embraces the host of social sciences, physical and natural. Let us will have one by one how this statistics is helpful or how it is being play the role play in the form of planning. We know that statistics is indispensable in planning. In the modern world, which can be termed as the world of planning, almost all the organizations in the government are seeking the help of planning for efficient working, for the formulation of policy decisions and execution. In order to achieve the above goals, the statistical data relating to production, consumption, demand, supply, prices, the investments, and etc. These are all the various advanced statistical techniques for processing, analyzing, and interpreting the complex data. In India, statistics plays an important role in planning, commissioning both of the central and the state government levels. This planning is necessary for the efficient and formulating the future policies. It also provides the valued interpretation of facts and figures which are relevant to planning, and this planning depends on forecasting the future, which provides the necessary tools of estimation and forecasting, and so it is called as an indispensable in planning. And the next important thing or the next role where we can able to say that statistics in business, how the role of statistics are taking place in the business field. Statistical knowledge is very helpful to each and every businessman because he formulates different plans and policies using statistics. It helps him in forecasting the future trends and tendencies to estimate the market fluctuation, changes in the demand conditions. Statistical techniques are oftenly used and hence for becoming a successful businessman, so ideas in statistics are very essential. So this is how we can able to say the statistics are playing an important role in the place of business. And the next thing is that statistics in economics. How the statistics are playing the role in case of economics field. Statistical analyses are immensely useful in the solution of variety of economic problems such as production, consumption, distribution. For example, an analysis of data on consumption may reveal the pattern of consumption of various commodities by different sections of the society. Data on prices, wages, consumption, savings, and investments are vital in formulating various economic policies. And the use of statistics in economics has led to the formulation of several economic laws such as Engel's law of consumption, law of income, distribution, etc. We can able to see some of the statistical tools of index numbers, time series, regression are also vital in economic planning. For instance, the consumer price index is used for the grant of DNS allowance or the bonus to the workers. Demand forecasting could also be made by using time series analysis. For testing various economic hypotheses, statistical data is now being increasingly used. And the next thing is that how the statistics are playing a dominant role in the case of administration. In ancient times, statistics was used as the science of statecraft. It was used to collect data relating to the manpower or the crimes or the income for formulating different policies. In modern times, its role has become a manifold and it has become indispensable for the administrator and it is being widely used for formulating and forecasting the plans and policies of the state administration. And the next thing is that how the statistics are making the role in case of business management. With the growing size and increasing competition, the activities of modern business enterprises are becoming more complex and demand. The separation of ownership and management in the case of big enterprises has resulted in the emergence of professional management. The success of the managerial decision making depends upon the timely availability of the relevant information which comes from the statistical data. So the statistical data has been increasingly used in business and industry in all the operations like sales, purchase, production, marketing, finance, etc. And the statistical methods are also widely applied in market and production, research, investment policies, quality control, for manufacturing products, economic forecasting, auditing, and other fields. One element common to all the problems faced by the managers is that need to take decisions under uncertainty. And the statistical methods also provide techniques to deal with such situations. Therefore, we can able to say some of the saying that statistics may be regarded as a body of methods for making wise decisions in the face of uncertainties. And the next thing is that how the statistics are helpful in case of the research activities. We know that what do you mean by this research activities means the in-depth study of an inquiry. One cannot think of undertaking any research activities without using the statistics. Primarily, the statistical techniques are used for collecting information in any research that are chi-square, ANOVA, ANOCOVA, correlation, t-test, f-test, and other statistical techniques are immensely used in the analysis and interpretation of the research findings. These are all some of the important or the importance and some of the scope of the statistics. Let us will go for some of the limitations that we are going to be faced in case of the statistics. What are the limitations? Some of the points that are being highlighted here. Let us will go by one. The first point is that it is going to be consider only quantitative, means the qualitative aspects are ignored. This very clearly states this statement that statistics is a discipline which deals with the study of numerical data and is applied in the study of those characteristics which can be measured in terms of numbers. It cannot be applied in the study of qualitative information like honesty, beauty, okay? So any conflicts or any habits. So these are all some of the examples where the qualitative characteristics are going to be revealed. And the statistics uh, these characteristics can be studied only indirectly by expressing them numerically after assigning some particular scores. So this is why we can able to say that only quantitative terms are considered in case of statistics, the qualitatives are ignored. And the second one is that statistics does not deal with the individual facts. We know that since statistics deals with the aggregate of facts, a single and isolated figure cannot be regarded as statistics. For example, the height of one individual is not of much relevance, but the average height of the group of people is relevant from the statistical point of view. That is one of the thing where we can able to have the limitation. And the next one is that statistic results are not accurately correct. Because there are only a few results that are accurately correct in statistics, and almost all are only approximate. In other words, we can able to say that 100% accuracy is impossible in the statistical work because statistical laws are based on averages. That is also one of the disadvantage or the limitation where we are going to face in the case of the statistics. And the next one is statistics is liable to be misused. The greatest limitation of statistical science is that it can be misused. The only one that who has expert knowledge of statistical methods can be handled scientifically. But if misused by an incompetent or the unskilled and inexperienced people, it may lead to some false conclusion. Because the various statistical methods have their own limitation. If they are not going to be used without caution, they may give for wrong conclusion. So one of the main limitation of statistics is that with the wrong hands it can be misused, because the misuse can be at the times accidental or intentional. Many governmental agencies and research organizations are tempted to use statistics to misrepresent the facts to their own point of view. And the next one is that uh, statistical laws are not exact. How the because statistical laws are not exact as in the case of natural science, but these laws are true only on the averages because they hold good under certain conditions. They cannot be universally applied. So the statistics has less practical utility. And it is not also applicable to heterogeneous data. You know that statistical tool evaluate and analyze only the homogeneous set of data, and it cannot be used to the study and find relationship between varied patterns of the data. And the next point is that statistics does not reveal the entire story, because we know that statistics does not provide the solutions to all kinds of the problems in all circumstances. There are so many problems which are affected by many factors like culture, religion, philosophy, character. These are all the factors where we can able to see it is not only it is not revealing the entire story. So statistics are not so much helpful to the study of such problems. And the next point is that statistical deals with only averages. You know that statistical findings are only true on an average. Because according to some of the sayings that statistics largely deals with the averages, and these averages may be made up of individual items which are radically different from each other. The statistical information is true only in the case of averages. The statistical methods reveal only the average behavior of the phenomena, because the average income of the employees of a company, there will be throw much light on the income of specific individual. There are therefore it is useful for the general appraisal of the phenomena. And the these are all some of the limitations that we are going to come across in the case of limitation. The next point is that distrust of statistics. We means that distrust is nothing but lack of confidence in the statistical methods and statements. As statistics suffers from the various limitations, that is the reason we say that statistics become a thing of distrust, because there is a lack of confidence with the limitations where we are going to be seeing in the case of the statistics. Here the arguments are based upon the data are more convincing, but the data can be manipulated according to the wishes of the individual. And the statistical data does not bear on their face the label of the authority. Sometimes even unintentionally inaccurate or incomplete data is used to lead the faulty conclusions. So the statistics are useful tools, so one uses them according to his knowledge and experience. The use of statistics make a statement that more convincing, but its misuse causes the distress. So it is necessary that people should be adequately prepared to know the reality or to shift the truth from the untruth. Therefore, good statistics from the um, forms the bad statistics. So with the help of these, we can able to conclude the things that statistics is a set of decision-making techniques which aids the businessmen in drawing inferences from the available data. And the statistics features also have some limitation because it performs the functions like the expression of data in numbers, simple presentations, and also have importance in the field of administrator, businessmen, and economics. In spite of the usefulness of the statistics, the confidence of some of the people has misgiving as it is a distrust. But in spite of it, we can make measures to remove the distrust, like that there will be no bias in the case of statistics. So with the help of this, we can able to conclude by taking an illustration that suppose a child cuts his finger with a knife, his parents started blaming the knife. Here the fault does not lie with the knife, but with the child who misused it. It should be kept in the mind that statistics neither proves anything nor disproves. It is only a tool which should be used with caution and by those who are knowledgeable in the subject. So with this, I am going to end the session. Thank you.